Good morning, everybody. It's me again, Robert Firestone. There's a shitstorm going on out there on YouTube. Um, Apparently, I'm kind of in the loop and not in the loop, um, which either way, it's all right with me. This individual Bleeding Edge, okay, there's several people reporting about this guy, and I believe this is what happened maybe to Triple Moore. And, brother, if this is the case, like I was trying to say, I didn't quite understand your email because, like I said, sometimes I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box. Um, we got to understand that these people and these trolls uh, are against anything of any kind of hope, any kind of foreseeing the truth. They're so violently blind to the system's order that they fall right into the category of the system, and they don't even understand they're being used. Most of them, some of that do know that they're being used, they're screwing themselves by not standing up for the right thing. The old saying is, grass is greener on the other side of the fence, but in this case, the grass on the other side is mud up to your knees. Okay, that's what we're trying to leave, because we do know that the grass is greener on the opposite side, because that's why we've been standing up. Um, I mentioned this people's name again, Bleeding Edge. I think this is the site. Mike O'Brien just put out a video. Thank you, Mike, for putting mention in there about me. I do try to be fair and balanced about everything I got to say, and I'm not wanting to spread rumors, but it's getting to the point to where uh, anybody that's a newbie trying to figure out what's going on, it's even making it harder to access any kind of information that's true. Especially when you got people like the Bleeding Edge trying to tell people that it's not true. Okay, it become a reality to me real fast when first thing that hit me was the Pope letter. Okay, you just don't have somebody that kind of figure of the world. Okay, put something like this out and have his name, his face, and everything attached to it, along with the apostle letter of the law, to not be true. Okay, uh, for all of the, I'm trying to be as nice as I can, for all the dumbass trolls that wants to keep leading people over a cliff or back into the barn or back into the dark, or you better understand uh, that you're part of this too. And if you're putting this much energy, okay, into something to try to disprove it when everybody else is running around behind you showing you a fraud, okay, and you don't even know it, okay, you better jump the fence and join a group of people that's doing the right thing and trying to help everybody. Um, and Mr. Walker, I hope you see this. We was talking about and this will probably get took because of what I'm saying. Um, we was looking for $1 million idea. It hit me when I was listening to Mike O'Brien. Is there a software out there or someone in the group, the family, that knows anything about developing a software, okay, just like an antivirus, uh, come up with a new software called Block a Troll? Wouldn't that be a neat little thing to have? But, I mean, I see uh, great things with it, but I also see where it would be a negative tool too. But if an individual had full control over and was able to, dispute things in the right manner, because it would have to be that way. YouTube and Google, Firefox, everything I'm linking to right now, my computer's time to time cutting off just out of the blue. It stay on all day, then all of a sudden it just cuts off or resets. I was telling Mr. Moore about my fiance's laptop. I cut it on, waited for the thing to load up to the desktop, walked outside, talked to a friend of mine, got back in. looked up at the computer screen. She's got a flat screen in the living room hooked to her laptop to where she can navigate and have fun on her computer. Um, by the time I got back in, it was on Google. Okay, I didn't push any buttons. So I've also having issues with audio all the time. So here soon, uh, forgive me on my coughing. I just ordered me a 2 terabyte hard drive. I've got another terabyte in my computer. I have a 500 gigabyte passport as backup that I've been loading a lot of stuff into. But I'm also letting everybody know, if I lose train of thought here as I'm talking, I apologize, but there's a lot of things been going on my end. I understand that if anybody's got a half an inkling of understanding on what we're doing, we do know we're being watched. We do know that they got to keep up with us. We do know that this movement has went from a groundswell of maybe 0 people to hundreds and hundreds of thousands, especially when you see these so-called fraud reports. Money Boys pointed it out. Levitate's pointed it out. The first one, I mean, I've seen here, I think earlier in the week, they say 107,000 reversals from the Federal Reserve, but there was $100 million accessed. Them two numbers don't coincide for me. I'm sorry. 6 million taken out of Social Security accounts, not account, but accounts. S. Okay, people, you understand? And like I said, more and more, when I started linking and understood how ACHs work, Fedwire works, the bank system works, programming works, because I have a little bit of a programming background when it comes to hotel telephones and other things in a digital order. Whatever you put in, that's what comes out. Okay, if you put in a bunch of nonsense, when the phone system picks up on it, it either spit it out or it accept it and do what you tell it to do. 90% of the time, or at least 98% of the time, it will do exactly what you ask it to do. If in the program it recognizes that you missed something, it'll spit it out. Okay? People, you got to understand, if we're able to link bank accounts, okay, with our routing number and with our other known thing that they try to say is just a Social Security number, which is a Social Security account number, okay? They even started taking it off the newer Social Security cards, I think, back in the 70s, okay? Because people started wising up, started asking questions. Well, why does that say account? Well, you know, the higher-ups seen a screw up in their system, okay? They had to fix it. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I'm hating to see, and I'm only going to say this basically one more time, I'm hating to see a breakdown in the family system. And I don't really see it a breakdown, because anything that don't kill you will make you stronger, okay? And eventually, it is all, myself, for me, it's all full circle. And people being united is a great thing, especially when you get back to the verbiage of the original language, we the people, okay? Because it is about us, and it is we the people. Whether these so-called entities or elites or whatever bloodline they come from, you know, like I was telling everybody yesterday, I do believe that all of these words that's been put on all of these so-called beings, okay, the short grays, the tall grays, all of these individuals that supposedly living under earth, and to me that's a little far-fetched. They can give them any title they want, that's fine, okay? That's y'all's opinion. My opinion, I know what these things are. They've been around for eons, okay, since the birth of this earth. And you know, me, my belief, like I said, it's my King James Bible, the Holy Bible, but everybody's got their own opinion. That's fine. The funny thing, everybody that want, most, I can't say everybody, most people that wants to go against their Bible, 90% of the time, it's some idiot man that calls himself a preacher that puts a bad taste in their mouth, okay? And it deforms them in a manner to where they don't want to look at it no more, because they see it as something that's to rule you, reign over you. The religious system is a construct to do that, okay? These big-time preachers running around in $1,000 suits, driving $100,000 Mercedes, sucking it up, you know. That's a con artist, okay? That's one of the four hidden dynasties, the religious system. And the funny thing, like I said, everything that we're going through right now, if you dig into your own Bible, your King James Version, not all this international version, the new international version, the original manuscripts, and we got the biggest tool in the world sitting in front of every one of us. It will show you, it takes some time, but you can follow the history and go all the way back. And like I said, the archaeologists and the people that wants to claim themselves, I can't think the word for it, and I know there's no such thing, especially on their deathbed, because 99% of these people that wants to denounce God, even a friend of mine had that go. He seen this out of his own father. His whole life, his father denounced God. He come in to give his father a piece of cake on his deathbed because that was one of the things he wanted. Okay, and he heard his father having a prayer with God. Okay, then that's when my buddy James understood there wasn't no such thing as these people, because on your deathbed you start seeing things clearly. That's sad, but that's the truth. Love y'all all. Let's keep putting foot to ass, so to speak. There was another individual popped up. I don't know who she is or what she is. I'm going to do a little bit of research today. It ain't going to be too much longer. I'm going to have to take my PC offline to rebuild it. And like I said, I'm hoping McAfee puts out that box soon, the Sentinel. That'll help us from the NSA, all the three-letter mobs from getting into our computers. That'll help. That will help. But anyway, love y'all. I hope everything goes okay. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can. I'm hoping all y'all having a great day. Mr. Walker, I'm hoping, you know, buddy, that everything goes all right with you and your son. And I've been praying for healing, you know, for your son. And Mr. Moore, I've been praying for healing for you too, man. And I hope, I mean, like I said, I don't quite understand what you emailed me. I do and I don't. I can make a speculation, you know, but sometimes, like I said, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box or the sharpest. But anyway, Harvey, love you, buddy. Keep kicking. I understand what you're up to, and I understand what sometimes it feels like you're in a corner and there's no way out, and sometimes you even feel kind of alone. Okay, I've kind of went through this myself, and I'm not nowhere near as popular as y'all are. Also, bouts of paranoia come in, and I have to fight that off, because paranoia for me is a spirit. Okay, anger is another one. It's a spirit for me. I mean, y'all have to see it for how it is, how y'all want to see it. But anyway, Mike, thank you, dude. Like I said, Mr. Walker, if you see this, if you can get in touch with me somehow, send me, you know, a video or something. Like I said, in the next day or two, I'll have everything down to try to fix everything on my PC. I'm going to clean it, go back through it. I'm thinking about putting a water cooler on my CPU, which I've got the parts. I got to order some hose and a bracket to hold it to the motherboard. But anyway, that's my own thing. But anyway, y'all, love y'all, peace, and I hope everything goes okay. Like I said, I don't know what's all going to come out of this. I hope it's to the good. I feel like it is, because we're going through so much hell right now. That's usually how it happens for me. Usually when it gangs up on me and it feels like somebody's beating me in the head with a stick, it ain't but a short time after that, there's this revelation happens, and I see things clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is. Well, anyway, you know what I mean. Love y'all. Peace.